What's up, everyone? How's it going? In this game, we have GUA as our red Mongol player spawning in the northwest of Cliffside. That's a decent amount of sheep just chilling there right in the beginning. Over in the southeast, we have El Sensei as our blue English. El Sensei, also known as Lucifer? I believe it's Lucifer. Or is it his brother? No, it's VortiX. His brother. Very, very good. Both amazing players. Yes, El Sensei, aka VortiX. Got them confused. Sorry about that, Los Hermanos Duran. But yeah, I'm really excited to see what's going on here. Haven't really casted an English Mongol game in quite some time. Amazing players, both of them. Top 20? Top 25? Well, VortiX a little bit better than that. I think he's consistently like top 5 to top 10. GUA probably about top 16 to top 25. Still both amazing players. Really interested to see what kind of opener we're going to be getting from our Mongol more than our English, of course, because it's a little more difficult to actually tower rush the English as the Mongol player, or as a Mongol, solely because their archers are absolutely insane. They have a ranged attack. They have a bow instead of going up to them and doing a little bit of a stabby stab. Obviously, every other civilization has stabby stab villagers. Bow villagers are a lot better. Is he going for nice Uvu? Really nice Uvu. If our Mongol player wants to try to go into a double villager production. If he wants to go double vill production, then he's gonna get a really solid eco lead for the long term. I don't think he's gonna be doing it though, because he already has enough stone to start. If he was, he would have already queued it up. Of course, the council hall coming down for our English. Insanely standard 7-3 split into council hall. Pull the villagers from gold over to build the landmark. As for our Mongol, Deerstone. Okay, yeah, understandably so. This map's going to be a little difficult to try to go into trade, especially since Mongols don't have walls. Of course, you do need to just be heavily reliant on your towers. At least on other maps, you know it's going to be a straightforward shot. You know it's going to be point A to point B. Here on Cliffside, like, the amount of curves, the amount of everything, well, cliffs, of course. the amount of cliffs on this map make it so easy to harass the trade line without actually taking too much damage as the attacker. So for Sensei, for VortiX, our English player, he would have so many places to even just throw up his own outposts if he wanted to try to get rid of the trade line, place his longbows, a couple spears to just defend him, and get a lot of harassment done. Rarely have I actually seen Mongol trade early on this map, but yeah, you never know. Things always change. People love doing different things. Both of these guys are pretty cookie cutter for the most part, and I'm not saying that as an insult. They're very good players. Very good very standard players. You know, when I think out of the box, I think 3D Anatand. I have a majority of the 3D players. 3DB, 3D Anatand, amazing out of the box thinkers, solid players, strong play styles. Really like watching both of them. But then when you look at the top, when you talk about like Beastie, VortiX, his brother Luciferon, they are even the Muslim, or actually no, he goes by Demu now. Sorry, that was StarCraft 2 right there. I've known him for the last decade as the Muslim, so if I slip up and call him that instead of Demu, my bad. Just like with Beastie, I've known him for over a decade as Beastie Cutie. So yeah, My bad, guys. But yeah, like them, for instance, those 4 players, very standard, extremely standard players. Demu is leaning more towards standard than creative, even though in StarCraft 2 he was an extremely creative player, I would say. Like, yes, he did have his very cookie cutter builds every now and then as well, but I'd like to consider him a little bit more creative in StarCraft 2 than in AoE4. But anyways, none of those people are in here except for VortiX and GUA. We have our first Keshik out. We'll be able to try to push this back along with 2 archers and the Khan. No villagers have went down. A decent amount of harass already going through with those longbows. They did get about 2 or 3 villagers a little weak. They are rotating around towards the northern side of GUA's base, trying to grab whatever they can. They are going to be able to shoot over the wall. That's really nice right there. Get a decent amount of damage in. There's 2 longbows. One is very, very weak. The other one is at a little bit above half health. So not too shabby. The Keshiks. Where are the Keshiks? 2 archers and a Keshik over here towards the center of the map. Gonna try to get some harassing from what it seems like. Or not harass, but get some try to sandbag the attack as much as they can. What do we have for GUA? 4 archers, 6 archers now. 1 horseman, another set of archers coming out. Oh, VortiX, what are you doing? No, he's gonna lose 2 longbows, 3 longbows. That was, I don't know how that TC got those last shots off. It shouldn't have. It really, really shouldn't have. And VortiX just loses 3 archers for free right there. And that's gonna prompt an attack from GUA to try to jump on this. GUA does lose 1 of his horsemen. He's gonna lose his Keshik now as well. This went from good to terrible for our Mongol player. He lost 2 archers, a Keshik, and a horseman for 2 longbows, and he was able to weaken 1 spear, almost kill 1 spear, doesn't get the kill, he survives with 2 HP, gets another spear pretty low, a little bit above a third, and gets no, actually, I think that longbow's been weakened this entire time. That was absolutely terrible for our Mongol player. That was not a good trade whatsoever. Oh man, I don't know what GUA was trying to do there, but whatever it was did not work. Oh, that's not good. VortiX looking pretty good. He has a nice eco going. Both players pretty much evened up in worker count. Slight worker favor for GUA, a few seconds from what it seems like. Army count 12 for GUA, 15 for VortiX. Not too shabby. 8 archers, 3 horsemen, 1 Keshik, another set of archers coming out for GUA. Meanwhile, VortiX sitting on 9 longbows, 8 spears. Both players are getting wheelbarrow now. Slight farm transition coming through for our English player. 6 idle villagers for VortiX as well. Instantly get pulled over to food. Excuse me, over to wood. Deerstone repositioning towards the front of the base. I'd like to see it a little bit more to the right. Yeah, a little bit towards the right, just to give more momentum. That's a lot of villagers on wood. GUA sitting on 19 villagers right now. Pastures coming up, getting that permanent sheep transition coming through. Gotta have sustainability. All the foods, the best foods. Now, if a civilization was ever able to like make boar, or like a permanent boar, that'd be absolutely insane. You know, you have the cows, you have sheep, you have deer. The only thing we're missing now is a civilization to be able to produce boar, like 1 every 2 minutes. Actually, even 1 every 2 minutes would be insane, because you wouldn't even fully farm a boar in 2 minutes. And it's like, dang. Yeah, I don't know about that. I think that'd be pretty broken, not gonna lie, especially in team games. Like, I'm not a team game person at all. I don't think balance should or team games should dictate balance whatsoever, that this would be one of those cases where the balance would be completely broken if it was like a feudal age type thing. Anyways, let's just jump over here. Let's not talk about balance. Make believe balance at that. Longbows moving forward are going to be able to try to get a pick off, get a single villager. First villager goes over, first blood goes over to our English player. Spears are able to skewer one of the Keshiks, and a horseman goes down as well. Nice trade coming through for VortiX. He is getting really nice focus firing down on the archers. Meanwhile, the archers for our Mongol player are individually picking off the spears for our English player, for VortiX. This is gonna go heavily in favor of our English player. The archers were unable to pick off all of the, oh wow, Keshiks are actually starting to come through again. That was a full health Keshik that just popped up. This is looking really good. Well, not really good, this is looking pretty good for our Mongol player now. He does need to try to focus fire down that spear in order to start tanking. Oh, the spear doesn't go down, but it did start looking good for our Mongol player. Ever so slightly though. I thought I did hear more units getting produced in the back of this, but they didn't move forward. Aside from that single Keshik, there's 2 horsemen back here alongside 3 archers, 2 more in queue, a set of Keshik, and another horseman pops out. So there has to be something more for our Mongol player. Like, he needs to pop out with a lot more units. I think he needs to go into a horseman archer composition, just completely ignore the Keshiks at this point and just go horseman archer, or play hyper defensive and attempt to go into castle. I think the castle would just completely kill him though. Like, going to castle age against the English at this point, that's basically just solidifying your loss. So I would just like to see him focus more on a triple down, not even a double down, a triple down on archers in order to be able to pick this off, since VortiX is primarily making longbow spears. You could potentially outnumber him and start just running in there with a heavy backup of with a heavy amount of horsemen as well. Like, I would say probably 8 horsemen, but go up to like 25 archers. How many archery ranges do we have right now? There's just 2 with the single stable. Okay, that's not bad. 16 archers so far, 2 Keshiks, 5 horsemen. Those cav units should be able to make quick work of the ram if they're able to. Nice focus fire coming down from our English player. He's already killed off about 4 or 5 archers before the archers were able to get any real shots off onto the longbows. I need a better angle because the trees are going to start covering it. Keshiks are going to be able to jump. There aren't that many archers left at all in order to deal with these spears. This is absolutely insane for our English player. What a really amazing control from VortiX. That was absolutely amazing. Nice stutter step micro, nice positioning. He got full value off of all of his units right there. The spears were doing an amazing job buffering. Just the stutter step alone though, he was able to pick off 4 or 5 archers like easily while he was retreating. Really good job from VortiX right there. And we do have 8 villagers down on the south side of the map grabbing a board. Double outposts coming up. That's going to be a really good amount of food. Quick income as well, quick gather rate. Second fastest gather rate in the game. Second fast. Primary or number 1 being fish, second boar, so not too bad. 47 villagers to 48, 2 villager kills for VortiX. The numbers are kind of evening out. Why did I hear the Uvu run out twice though? I would really like to see more archers though. He has 18 villagers on wood. I would like to see like 24 villagers just move over some villagers. Move over 6 villagers from food over to wood and just start spamming down some archery ranges. Try to get those numbers up and running as fast as possible. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna take a drink. Sorry about that. I actually couldn't find my water. Castle Age does go over for VortiX. I did not see what he went for. King's Palace. That makes a lot of sense. Get that eco up and running. Yeah, I like that. I like that decision. He's already sitting on triple barracks as well. He can transition over to man-at-arms if he'd like. Currently sitting on 22 longbows, 10 spears against the 13 archers, 11 horsemen, and 4 Keshik for GUA. Didn't even mention the con because I knew it was gonna get sniped right there. Foresight. Nice little hit squad over here. Unable to get any damage done, but does create some idle time. A lot of idle time coming through for GUA though. 29 villagers trying to spam up the Kurotai right now. Where's that huge army rotating around on the south side? A lot of villagers on the western side of the map for GUA. I'm hoping that these villagers were wood villagers. Full surround on a stable. Doesn't have any armor while it's, yeah, no armor while it's like that. Able to get picked off very quick. What are you planning on doing, GUA? Your harass didn't go well. It didn't go according to plan whatsoever, so you are going to be a little behind. Well, yeah, the villager count is just going to be increasing in favor for VortiX, of course, because he went for the King's Palace, so it is essentially 2 TC against 1. He needs to jump on this. He needs to crush this army right now. He needs to go for it. And there he goes. He's gonna charge in. The spears do get some really nice shots off, or some nice skewers. Kurotai moving forward will be getting placed. I think a little too late. He needed to be a little bit more aggressive on that. Archers running forward, picking off quite a few man-at-arms for our English player have entered the battlefield. They have joined the fray. That's gonna be more than enough to push our Mongol player back. Oh, VortiX is in such a good commanding lead right now. He has more than enough eco going on. The 2 TCs are gonna just keep that progression going. He hasn't really dipped down much in terms of military count. He's constantly ahead. Just really solid play from VortiX. He's doing an amazing job. Absolutely beautiful at the moment. See what he's going to be able to do. It does look like VortiX is planning to just end the game right here, right now. And it does look like he's going to be able to. These man-at-arms are taking a lot of damage. Longbows picking off, individually picking off. Not even really nice splits from VortiX right there. He was doing an extremely good job sniping off double archers, splitting half his longbows to kill 1 archer, the other half kills another one. Really good job. He is taking quite a bit of damage from the town center, but it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. There's 15 villagers being idled for GUA at the moment. Yes, VortiX is losing some longbows, but he's killed 6 villagers, 2 previously, 4 recently, and he's idling 15. Like, that's so good for him. That's absolutely amazing for VortiX right now. GUA has solid defense. He is able to sustain, well, not really sustain, but he's able to defend momentarily. He's down though. He has 6 military to 29. He's down 23 military. GG gets called. Game goes to our blue English player, El Sensei, aka VortiX. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time.